This ain't a game, I came with the game. Look how we run it. The hustle and pain is just not the same. I came from the gutter. Ayy, whole team limitless. Never settle, we above. Whole crowd showing love. Yeah, we up. We on the up. Team going up. We run it up. We on the up. Up. We on the up. We on the up. Team going up. We run it up. Team going up. We on the up. We on the
This is Ron Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Ron Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
Hut, hut.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
No good Fletcher! And at the buzzer! And at the buzzer! He called it!
As I became an orthopedic surgeon over the last 25 years, I discovered something interesting. Our female athletes would have many more ACL injuries than our male athletes. These were discovered first when the NCAA, as well as the female basketball players in the pros, were watched when they would land after getting rebounds. When they would land with their legs more knock-kneed, while the male athletes would land with their legs more separated, a much safer way to land when you're protecting your ACL and trying to prevent anterior knee pain. Let's take a look at our athlete and see if she has any of these issues going on with her today. Our female athletes tended to land with their legs more knock-kneed. This knock-kneed landing tended to place more shearing stresses across the anterior kneecap, as well as, more importantly, their ACL. Landing with the knees coming in is very dangerous for their ACL and causing anterior knee pain. Landing with the knees in a more separated position is a much safer way of landing, and they can practice this by jumping off of boxes and landing in a much safer position. This will protect your female and male athletes from injuries. Let's try that with the landing in a better separated position this time. Perfect. Again. Again. Perfect. We laid our athlete back and we give them a little stretchy band. These are exercise bands that can be obtained either online or at your physical therapist shop, and you can come and see us for picking them up as well. This band is tied and they come in different colors which have different strengths. It's tied right around the knees, and then we have the athlete push apart against the resistance of the band. You're going to have them do several of these, 3 sets doing almost 20 of them. Go ahead and do those. Perfect. You're doing it nice and controlled, and what you're strengthening is the muscles around the hip. We're going to show you one more of these different exercises while doing it standing. The next exercise to build strength in both the muscles of the hip as well as the muscles of the vastus medialis is this mini squats. Your athlete is going to stand with a band around their knees, and they're going to squat down to about 45 degrees. And then by doing that, you can even toss a ball back and forth to them where they're going to push against the resistance of the band. Go ahead and do a couple of those. Perfect. And by doing that, you're going to build the strength in both the muscles around the knee as well as the muscles of the hip. This is a perfect exercise, and we're going to show you one more modification of this that really helps build strength in the hips. Now there's lateral strides with the band around their legs. These are further going to build strength in the muscles of the hip as well as the muscles of the knee. As they're striding, they're getting down in a small squat and going sideways. Again, you can add in increased dexterity by passing the ball back and forth to your athlete while they're doing it. And remember, these exercises are good both for your female and your male athlete. I suggest you videotape your athlete landing, focusing at the knee so you can give them cues as whether or not they're landing in a safe position. Have them do it multiple times, and by doing the strengthening exercises and the muscle memory will build that they'll land in a much safer position. And you guys won't have to see me to do your ACL reconstructions. Good luck, and keep those exercises going.
The following is a presentation of BFA Sports.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to BFA Sports coverage of Camden basketball. Tonight, the Camden County Tournament begins, and for these Camden Panthers, they are certainly on a roll. I'm Chris Losey, along with Coffee Jones, as usual. 9 straight for the Panthers, including another mini road trip to Kentucky, of all places. And unfortunately for Winslow, the 6th seed, they draw Camden tonight.
Well, Kentucky's been pretty impressive and pretty favorable to the Camden Panthers. Obviously, the McDonald's All-Americans, DJ Wagner and Aaron Bradshaw, heading to Lexington to play for Coach Calipari. 2 McDonald's All-Americans. It's going to be tough for Winslow to stop those 2 guys, let alone the rest of this loaded roster.
Every time we open up a broadcast here with Camden, I always ask you the question, how does so-and-so stay in the game? 83-38 was the final when these two met last time in favor of Camden. How does Winslow stay in the game?
You got to make shots. Try not to turn the basketball over. If you can get in the paint and drive and kick, because Aaron Bradshaw's not going to allow anything at the rim. Try to hit some threes early, slow the game down. You can keep it in the 70s, 60s, you got a chance. They get 80, 90, and maybe put up 100 like they did last year.
Rinse and repeat, because that's what it basically comes down to. And not one shot will not be contested by this Camden defense tonight. Winslow's in for a tough one.
And that's one thing, talking to the Winslow coach, one thing that's impressive about DJ Wagner, the All-American, the #1 player in the country, he plays and locks in on defense. He gets that from his father, from his grandfather, from his coaches. Everything in his ability is used on both ends of the court.
Interesting enough, it's a playoff game tonight. It is the Camden County Tournament. Camden got a bye, so this is the 2nd round match. The finals are next week, but there's a 3rd round matchup on Saturday, and everybody's looking for the Panthers to run right through it.
Talking to Coach Malik Wayans, he said, look, you're playing for a championship, so it means a lot to the Panthers. Expect them to put their best foot forward starting here tonight.
Let's go down to the table, and our PA announcer, Danny Montanez.
Welcome to the Juan Wagner Court. here at Clarence Turner Gymnasium, home of your Camden Panthers, who tonight are hosting the Eagles from Winslow Township High School. At this time, would you please rise for the national anthem? On behalf of Superintendent McCombs, Principal Bullock, Athletic Director Hickson, and Head Coach Malik Williams, welcome to the Hive. And now, starting for the Winslow Eagles under Head Coach Norman Ingram, he's a freshman, number 15, Nigeer Helton. Junior, number 12, Hadir Davis. Junior number 11, Jaheem Martin. Senior number 4, Eric Higgins. And senior number 1, Justice Watts. And now, starting for your Camden Panthers, he's a junior, 6'5", Billy Richmond. He's a 6-foot senior, number 1, Sion Medley. 6'4", senior number 23, Cornelius Robinson. 7'2", senior number 2, Aaron Bradshaw. And 6'4", senior number 21, DJ Widener.
And there they are, the starting lineups introduced tonight. And the uniforms of the Panthers that are so loved by TV people everywhere with the white on white. Gamechanger starting lineups tonight. It'll be Watts, Higgins, Martin, Davis, and Helton. Winslow 4, Camden, Medley, Richmond, Robinson, Wagner, and Bradshaw. And, of course, we always talk about Coffee, the sixth man for Camden, and that would be one Deshair Haskins.
Deshair Haskins, I thought he earned a Power 5 scholarship offer. The way he played against Imhotep, 4 big threes in that game. DJ was being double-teamed, boxed in one, anything you name it. They threw the kitchen sink at the All-American DJ Wagner, and Deshair Haskins came up with some big shots with arguably, I think, the biggest win for the Camden Panthers this season, and it might put them in the conversation for the national tournament at the end of the year.
Well, 9 in a row isn't a bad thing for Panthers. There we go. Is that better? Okay, here we go. Getting ready for the tap. Round number 2. And Camden, of course, the number 1 seed. They got the bye. Interesting that they shortened the season and the regular season, Coffee, but then they have these postseason tournaments, and then they went ahead and added 2 extra games to the schedule. So here we go with Bradshaw and Watts, and there's the first turnover because Watts said you can have it on the opening tap.
I didn't think he had much chance to get it.
Now, Wagner, and he's heating up early.
Comes right out the gate, off a ball screen, in the zone, knocks down a 3-point shot. And ever since that last game we had, I said DJ can get hot. and he showed why he's All-American with over 20 points.
Bad miss from Martin. Long outlet. Medley's going to track it down, but it got a hand was Hajir Davis. Out of bounds. They'll go to the Panthers.
That Imhotep game, he showed why he's the best player in America. No offense to Justin Edwards. They did everything they could to stop him. He still comes up with 20 points in the victory.
Bradshaw fumbled that pass out of bounds. Turnover, and the Eagles will get possession. We hope to say that a lot on Sunday.
1-2-2 press starting off by the Panthers.
Cornelius Robinson showing his goaltending skills. Kicked that one away. Like his kicks. Is that pink?
A little bit. They got some swag out there. I see Billy Richmond's got some swag on his shoes.
Watts, forget about it. Bradshaw just smothered that shot. Camden on the run. Medley from Richmond, and it's 6-0.
Just like that. Missed the big shot. Sion Medley comes up with it, and they get the first turnover.
Wagner short on that one. How about that board, though, from Boog? Cornelius Robinson on the board. 8 straight for the Panthers.
Second chance points to kill you at any level of sport. And when you're undersized, like Winslow is, you cannot give up extra possessions.
When you look at it first glance, right away you see the difference in the height. Camden's got it, and Winslow, quite frankly, does not. This is Watts. Now Davis, a runner. Bradshaw got a piece of that and then got stripped out of bounds, but it'll be Camden's ball.
2 turnovers early on, and Aaron Bradshaw controlling the paint like we knew he would, like he's done all season long. The 7-footer, McDonald's All-American.
Wagner finding Richmond to the basket with speed, doesn't get it. Robinson fighting for it, and he scores. He's got 4, it's 10-zip.
Cornelius Boog Robinson heading to Albany, playing for the Great Danes up at the Times Union Center.
So impressive that you know those facilities. I wonder why.
I heard some rumors the Arena Football League's trying to think about coming back.
It was more than that. It was a letter.
Heard some.
Does your boss have anything to do with that, or is he out of it?
Not yet, but I'm sure his phone will ring soon enough about it.
Pressure from the inbound, and Winslow has to try it again. And they threw it right into Robinson's hands. There's Richmond. Oh, he had it stripped, though. Good hands by Watts down at the other end. And Higgins is going to get the Eagles on the board.
Off the turnover, second turnover for Camden.
Right away, Wagner, and that's an offensive foul.
I like it, and that's something that even Imhotep, I didn't see them able to do. DJ got to the cup as much as he wanted. Nobody was
Call made by Mike Cook.
Smart enough to take a charge.
Look at Medley, and a behind the back loose ball, but it's still controlled by Watts. Pull up, Davis, 10-4. And that was an unorthodox turnover from Medley. And there is Helton on the run. Couldn't get that roll. Back comes Wagner. Straight out for a Robinson 3 that kicks out. And Bradshaw touched it last.
Well, Winslow's forced 4 turnovers. It can't get a shot to fall. Couple layups, still down 10-4 early on. Number 1 team in the state of New Jersey.
Deshear Haskins off the bench early on. Davis tried to take on Bradshaw. No sail. There's a drive that completely smothered from Watts. Medley tracks it down. And Camden now slowing it down. Haskins right into the game, and the 3 is short. Bradshaw fights for the board and gets it. A reset for the Panthers at 4:35 left in the first.
3 offensive rebounds already. 2 by Cornelius Robinson, 1 by Aaron Bradshaw. Extra possession to run their zone offense for the Panthers.
Robinson showing range, missed it. Bradshaw off it, and they're going to say that it will stay with the Panthers. You know it's going to be a tough task, but what was your conversation with on the Winslow side as Wagner hits a second three?
You know, it's funny. I talked to him about DJ Wagner, the All-American, and he said he grew up playing with his dad and playing against DJ's father, DeJuan Wagner, and ultimate respect for DJ and the things that he could do on the basketball court. And he talked about him playing defense. Buying in defensively, doing the little things is what separates being number one in the country versus being like everybody else.
Under 4 to go, and how about that smother? Another block. Count 5 blocks already, and it was Haskins that time.
Must be on your Gamechanger app, I see.
Oh, absolutely.
Keeping up with the stats. I like it, Chris.
No doubt. The only way to watch sports on television today. Another miss. Back come the Panthers, and the ball movement winds up to Bradshaw, and he'll earn a trip to the line.
And Bradshaw just shot up. He was just outside the top 20 coming off of last season. Vaulted up to a top 5 player in this class. Committed to play for Coach Calipari with his teammate DJ Wagner down in Kentucky.
Saw Bradshaw before the game as he walked over. Slowed down a lot when he got to the table here. Like, you know, I think I want to do another interview tonight.
You had to climb up a couple of steps to get up there?
Where's he going next year?
Big Blue Nation.
1 of 3. 10-point lead again. Hagan's having trouble with the inbound, but did get it. He gets it out to Davis in the middle. The only chance I think for the Eagles here is quick ball movement and find an open shot, but it's a smothering defense. There's another turnover from Camden, and now Wagner with a kick out. Haskins 3. He likes the other side better.
Yeah. And that's the side he was money from. Well, actually from both sides against Imhotep down in St. Joe's Saturday before last. And with this team right now, where you can go high ball screen with DJ Wagner or even ISO him at the top, the corner 3 is going to be the shot that you're going to get at will. And if he can knock it down, this team is pretty much undefeated.
Another miss. And that 3 is good. Wagner 3 for 4. And yep, got to get a timeout.
Coach understands it can get ugly really quickly. 16-point lead for the Panthers, 9 for DJ Wagner. Like you said, 3 for 4 from three-point land, courtesy of our Gamechanger.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Gamechanger, changing the way we watch sports on television. Download the app, iOS or Android operating systems, up to the second stats, real-time videos, stats. There's no better way to pay attention to a game than watching it with Gamechanger, the official stat machine of BFA Sports. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, our BFA Sports crew here tonight. We're here again on Thursday as Camden will host Bishop Eustis. And I believe that is not a tournament game. We'll get official word on that, but I don't think it is, Coffee.
Let's check on that one.
We will. By the way, you mentioned Coach Ingram in Winslow when you were speaking with him. We get a shot at him, but a lot of tradition in these programs. And, you know, you watch these games, you turn them on, and you say they lost by 40, that team lost by 50. Camden is just head and shoulders above everybody else. There's some very, very good programs in here.
In South Jersey.
Take Haddon Heights, for example.
In this area, East Side, they won state last year. I mean, they were known as Wilson. It's Division III state champion. There's a lot of talent in South Jersey, but the talent that Camden has, you think about a couple of Division I players that they lose, you get a nice drive to the cup there.
And that'll work. They give it to Hashir Davis, and he's got 4, and it's 20-6. Substitution, Rasheed Robinson into the game, number 22. It's Bradshaw, double team, so somebody's open, and somebody else is open. And I guess that's how they beat you, Coffee. There's so many ways, but if you try to double team them, then somebody's open, and the ball movement is just so quick.
When you talk about it, their entire starting 5 is going to be Division I talent at the basketball level. You go to the bench, Deshair Haskins, I think he's a Power 5 kid as well. Caleb Bryant, the football player, he's going to Old Dominion to play offensive and defensive line.
Look at Haskins to the cup. 5 points for Deshair, including a 3-pointer. 2 for 3 from the field, courtesy of Gamechanger, and it's a 16-point lead. There's an open 3. Davis hits it.
I like it. Way to hustle to get off the deflection, pull up in the corner. You got to take shots.
Haskins from the corner, too strong. High rebound, though, for Robinson of the Eagles.
They got numbers.
Davis pulls it up. That's Shaheen Mohammed also into the game. Higgins, who's got 2. Going to try the baseline. That won't work. Stolen away, and here comes Haskins down the sideline. There's a foul on Higgins. By the way, rumor has it that Hashir Davis, his father works at a certain bank that one of our executive producers happens to work at as well.
Second team foul.
Shout out to Mr. Davis. Hope you're enjoying this one on BFA. I hope everyone is enjoying it tonight. Playoff basketball here. It's the Camden County Basketball Tournament. As Wagner takes a seat on the bench. That's your man, Teron Murray.
I mean, this team right here could arguably be top 10 in the country right now without DJ Wagner. Talk about Aaron Bradshaw, Sion Medley heading to St. Louis, play for the Billikens. Great catch.
And he's able to get it back. Shaheen Mohammed, but then he did the unthinkable and he stepped out of bounds. Tifa Hall also into the game, and he's wearing number 3, and I think the book has him as number 3. Medley trying to get on the board, and he is fouled on the way. Be a non-shooting foul.
Personal fouls on number 4.
And it's on Eric Higgins.
And we all know the competition is going to step up for Camden as they get toward the state tournament and run through the rest of this Camden County tournament. Even if they get an opportunity to play in a national tournament, Sion Medley is going to be a big key to that. What he did last year, going up to Rutgers, keeping his team settled and in the ball game, one possession game at the end, even with the loss in the TOC to Roselle, he was a steady force making big shots.
Hall's open, 3 no good. Tap no good. Bradshaw had a hand on it. On the corner, out of bounds, and Camden keeps it.
Shot by Teron Murray getting on the offensive glass. Couldn't get the putback, but the hustle is going to keep the ball with the Panthers.
Nakir Hilton back into the game for Eric Higgins. With 1.8 to go, Hall will launch it. Air ball, and that is how we end the first quarter tonight. Camden up and running. They are ahead by 13. Second quarter is next on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Second, Winslow in possession, 22-9. Panthers over the Eagles. And the 5 are Davis and Watts. Nasheer Davis, he's got 7 points. And almost threw that one away. That's Muhammad in the paint. Then Watts got slapped down. Another defense to offense, and Richmond strong to the basket.
Oh, my goodness.
How about that?
I mean, this is just being an athlete. Hop step off of the 1 foot off balance and still has the strength. All the way from Tennessee to Camden. Billy Richmond, 4-star recruit as of now. I think he'll get his 5th star if he keeps on this progress into his senior year next year.
You want to call that beast mode? Sure looked like it, didn't it? Billy Richmond on the board. 16-point advantage for Camden. Early second quarter tonight on BFA. Muhammad hits the brakes in the paint, but was short. And a Robinson rebound out to Wagner. EJ knifing through and got the roll.
The change of pace and just the athletic ability. I know he works out with Dream and some of those personal trainers down here in the Camden, South Jersey area, and just being able to come off that 1 foot, get to that left hand, and finish at the rim.
Terrell Hurst, number 10 now in the game. Lost that, and whistling a foul in the backcourt, and it's on Hurst. That's Terrell's first, but it's 5-team already. And it's just, that's how they inflict the damage on you. They get you so many ways. And pretty soon Camden is going to be in a bonus situation. And we still have 6:40 to go in the half, and that 3 is no good from Richmond in the corner. Long rebound out. Winslow, no numbers, but they'll run anyway. Helton couldn't get the roll. Underneath was Watts. Camden touched it last. Winslow possession.
4th block for Deshair Haskins. He didn't even start the game, but being active at the rim. Ever since that Imhotep game, I think was his coming out party for the rest of the country.
You're going to run out of space on that card.
He's filling it up.
Watts switching hands and got through Haskins.
2 points, Watts.
How about Medley from distance? No good. Robinson up high. Nope. Robinson again. Yep, and the foul. Chance for a 3. 16 foul. Foul was on Watts.
We talk about football players and the body. He's got the Karl Malone high school frame.
I didn't think you were old enough to remember the mailman.
At the end.
At the end. Look at the hustle from Robinson. He knew he missed that. Gets it back.
Oh, my goodness.
And takes it to the basket.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. If you're going to miss the free throw, chase it down and go back and get it.
Medley got in the way of Davis's 3. A one and done again. Here's Wagner, gives it up. Medley's open, and Medley hits a 3.
This guy just took his time, very calm, patient. Expect him to be on the all-conference rookie team when he gets to St. Louis next year. Just get him on the court, hand him the ball, let him be your extension of the coaching staff. on the floor. Sion Medley, best point guard you'll find.
Watts got through. 34-13. Richmond switches hands and got a nice roll. Well, this is one of those nights, Coffee, that everything they throw up there now, Camden is going in.
I mean, they're getting to the cup at will.
Jaheim Martin. Here's Davis. Now Watts will try baseline, sealed off. And he's out of bounds. How about that?
8th turnover the first half, according to my Gamechanger stats.
You can log in to your Gamechanger account. Look for Camden Basketball. Click on that. Tap on that. And there it is. And there's another 3 from Medley. How about 9? They're all 3-pointers. 6 in this quarter. And Camden has a 26-point lead.
Ari Gooch into the game now. I seen the young fella warming up, getting up at the rim as well. He's an athlete.
Almost a steal. Davis with a knifing move.
Tell your family you laid up McDonald's All-American, best player in the country. Nice drive there.
Gooch missed it. And Robinson is going to get it back. A great feed from Richmond. The 2 big fellas working underneath. And an easy bucket for Boog. Under 4 to play. Another turnover. Here's Richmond flying through. And poor Turtle Hurst, he was standing there like he was in the middle of the street and the traffic was coming at him.
I can appreciate the effort. Trying to stand in there and take a charge, force the ability to lay the ball up with the 10th turnover the first half there.
Medley tracks it down from defense to offense. Robinson again, and he's taking over now. Man, they call Boog. 12 points. He's going to the line for number 13, and it's a 30-point game, and we still have 3:30 left here in the second.
It's a 30-point game. How about we just check back in with the All-American number 4 player in the country, Aaron Bradshaw.
Let's do that.
This team is loaded. I mean, they call them the Panthers. I think they could be piranhas because they get in that press, and even in their half-court man-to-man defense, they are smothering. They are trying to cause turnovers. They're trying to get out on the break. The Camden Panthers up 31.
Well, there's no better time than the present to tell you about the Delaware Bluecoats, the 76ers G League affiliate. All the action here, BFA Sports and our production staff, going down to the Chase Fieldhouse. Got some news from the Bluecoats, too. Remember Jaleel Okafor?
Yeah, number 3 pick.
How about that? Trying to resurrect his basketball career. Tonight's game also brought to you by Ron Jaworski Golf, looking for the perfect venue for your next business meeting, celebration, or event. Look no further than Ron Jaworski Golf. Visit them at ronjaworskigolf.com, and that's a happy camper right now. Wouldn't you say so?
Of course.
How much are those Super Bowl tickets?
The lowest I've seen online right now is $5,800.
You know,
to get in the building.
In 18, I know, but in 18 it was like you may never see that again, and now boom, 5 years later they're back into the game.
And who didn't believe in Howie Roseman?
And hopefully they'll get there next year, because I think I'll go to Vegas next year. I got a place to stay. This is Davis. Kick ball. 3:19 to go.
So, Chris, as our resident referee in the booth, when are we going to get shot clock in New Jersey? I mean, I don't like to hold the ball at the end of the game with some of these games.
It's coming.
Let's figure it out. Let's get a shot clock going.
It's coming. I think the problem is the logistics of actually installing the clock, and then someone has to work it. Another miss, another transition, and another basket. Count the one for Wagner. So he had 3 threes in the first quarter. Now he is 2 for 2 from the field in the second quarter. And 14 total. 49-15.
Well, you can see Winslow. They're undersized. They've been coached the right way. Standing there, try to take a charge. You get the block call. You're a little bit late as DJ used that athletic ability to slide just around the defender.
Well, they got one of them, actually.
Yeah, they got one called.
To the middle. That drive from Helton is snuffed out. And again, Camden on the offense. Wagner straight to the basket, kicks out. Richmond inside the line hits a big 2.
It's a mid-range shot. I see you, Billy.
Tapped away, Gooch. Richmond lights out. Oh, he lost it. Wagner cleans it up. But he lost it on the way up. That would have been something.
Does he get an assist or does DJ get a rebound on that? We got to check our Gamechanger app as Mr. Davis is starting to heat up. He's got 12.
Satifa Hall is at the table to come back in for Camden. Oh, Wagner from the parking lot buries it.
Shot that one from Greenwood Avenue. DJ showing off the range.
This might be over fairly soon tonight. What do you think there, partner?
Yeah, I don't think there's much more that he can give you to secure this victory.
It's the best we've seen him from the field from start to finish. In the corner, Helton underneath, and it looked like for a minute Robinson had a chance, but he's going to get a putback. Still no good, and then Bradshaw is able to secure the board for Camden. Another offensive possession. That's Murray. Now Richmond. Down to a minute to go. Fast-paced half. That's been all Camden. Murray's 3 is too strong, and a rebound for Martin. Long outlet. Helton has to pull up. And that's the one problem. You just don't score transition baskets against them. And how about that one? Muhammad got a shot blocked by Bradshaw, and Murray down the other end got tracked down from behind. Tough foul by Muhammad. Looks pretty clean, but we'll check it on the Gamechanger replay.
I just love the sportsmanship by Teron Murray. Didn't get up and react. He was going up to try to take off and get slapped on the hand. The fall was a little bit worse than the actual contact in the air, but great job by both players not overreacting. And we see that at the NBA level. Let's start here. Play the game the right way.
Personally, I didn't see anything that warranted anything other than just a regular shooting foul as Murray gets one more and Hall is back into the game. By the way, I think we'll have a Richard Coleman moment. Scan that roster. That was funny, Lon. Murray with the line empty from Camden puts the 57th point on the board with 45 seconds to go. Muhammad, no good on that 3, missed everything. Then Murray thought he had a rebound, but he came down out of bounds. Eagles keep it with 36 seconds to go. Martin bottled up. Then he tried to get it through, and it hit off Bradshaw's leg, and it's a double dribble call. Murray didn't think so.
He was trying to pick the ball up. He's thinking, do I throw it ahead to Ari Gooch? Good job by getting back by one of the Winslow defenders, but he did put his second hand on the ball, but I'm impressed with the bounce that he showed, even after the fact.
Down to 10.
Good on-the-ball defense by Ari Gooch. You see him in a stance, not reaching, keeping his hands wide.
I was going to say, I'm not sure when they're going to make a move for it. Here's the alley-oop. It doesn't count. The buzzer beat it. Richmond didn't get it anyway. But not much has gone wrong for Camden. It is 57-18 at the break tonight. on BFA in the second round matchup of the Camden County Basketball Tournament here on BFA, sponsored by Gamechanger.
This ain't a game, I came with the game. Look how we run it. The hustle and pain is just not the same. I came from the gutter. Ayy, whole team limitless. Never settle, we above. Whole crowd showing love. Yes, we up. We on the up. Team going up. We run it up. We on the up. Up. We on the up. We on the up. Team going up. We run it up. Team going up. We on the up. We on the
This is Ron Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Ron Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
No good, Frederick! And at the buzzer! And at the buzzer! He called it!
As I became an orthopedic surgeon over the last 25 years, I discovered something interesting. Our female athletes would have many more ACL injuries than our male athletes. These were discovered first when the NCAA, as well as the female basketball players in the pros, were watched when they would land after getting rebounds. When they would land with their legs more knock-kneed, while the male athletes would land with their legs more separated, a much safer way to land when you're protecting your ACL and trying to prevent anterior knee pain. Let's take a look at our athlete and see if she has any of these issues going on with her today. Our female athletes tended to land with their legs more knock-kneed. This knock-knee landing tended to place more shearing stresses across the anterior kneecap, as well as, more importantly, their ACL. Landing with the knees coming in is very dangerous for their ACL and causing anterior knee pain. Landing with the knees in a more separated position is a much safer way of landing, and they can practice this by jumping off of boxes and landing in a much safer position. This will protect your female and male athletes from injuries. Let's try that with the landing in a better separated position this time. Perfect. Again. Again. Perfect. We laid our athlete back and we give them a little stretchy band. These are exercise bands that can be obtained either online or at your physical therapist shop, and you can come and see us for picking them up as well. This band is tied and they come in different colors which have different strengths. It's tied right around the knees, and then we have the athlete push apart against the resistance of the bands. You're going to have them do several of these, 3 sets doing almost 20 of them. Go ahead and do those. Perfect. You're doing it nice and controlled, and what you're strengthening is the muscles around the hip. We're going to show you one more of these different exercises while doing it standing. The next exercise to build strength in both the muscles of the hip as well as the muscles of the vastus medialis is this mini squats. Your athlete is going to stand with a band around their knees, and they're going to squat down to about 45 degrees. And then by doing that, you can even toss a ball back and forth to them where they're going to push against the resistance of the band. Go ahead and do a couple of those. Perfect. And by doing that, you're going to build the strength in both the muscles around the knee as well as the muscles of the hip. This is a perfect exercise, and we're going to show you one more modification of this that really helps build strength in the hips. Now there's lateral strides with the band around their legs. These are further going to build strength in the muscles of the hip as well as the muscles of the knee. As they're striding, they're getting down in a small squat and going sideways. Again, you can add in increased dexterity by passing the ball back and forth to your athlete while they're doing it. And remember, these exercises are good both for your female and your male athlete. I suggest you videotape your athlete landing, focusing at the knee, so you can give them cues as whether or not they're landing in a safe position. Have them do it multiple times, and by doing the strengthening exercises and the muscle memory will build that they'll land in a much safer position. And you guys won't have to see me to do your ACL reconstructions. Good luck, and keep those exercises going.
It's gonna be a ball. Ready to party, we came and we started. I'm armed and I'm dangerous, I can't be guarded. Fell on a plane, fell on you plane, I cannot be caught. Just aim for the target, bow. Ready to party, we came and we started. I'm armed and I'm dangerous, I can't be guarded. Fell on a plane, fell on you plane, I cannot be caught. Just aim for the target, bow.
BFA Sports coverage of Camden High School basketball is brought to you by Tri-City Kitchens. Elevate your kitchen experience to a whole new level. And give Keith Bernhardt a call at tricitykitchens.com. He brings dreams to life. Good news for the wives that want to have a kitchen like that.
Gotta get the island kitchen. You know, you got the whole setup, Chris. I like what you got over there.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
57-18. Camden, we start the third, and they'll be in possession. And how about Boog Robinson? What a night he's having. I know he heard me.
13 points in the first half. DJ Wagner, McDonald's All-American, leads all scores with 19, according to my Gamechanger stats. On the other side, Hajir Davis, 12 points in double figures, but he's the only one being able to keep his team in it during this game.
Now we're delaying the start of this one. Sion Medley doesn't want to conform with the uniform policy. Here we go. He'll have to straighten that out. Where's he going again? That's a step into three from Wagner that was too strong, but how about the no-look pass? And just like that, Richmond scores.
It's a good dime by Sion Medley, and what I'm hearing, DJ Wagner, 56 points away from 2,000 in his career. Watching these legendary point chases, obviously LeBron James with the Lakers closing in on Kareem's record, and DJ Wagner trying to close in on his own family records.
Collision occurred underneath off the miss between Mohammed and Robinson, and the officials have a double foul. They're going to call the foul on Robinson and Mohammed.
Double foul, 23 Robinson, and number 3.
See what happened here. Yep, they just got tangled up.
Tangled up. If there's a wrestling program at Albany, I'm sure they'll take Boog Robinson on that. Nice little takedown.
2 points for the takedown. So Panthers have possession. First minute of play, third quarter. And how many is he away?
56 right now, and it's amazing. You got over 1,940 points in your career, and you're not even top 2 in your family.
Lob underneath, there's Bradshaw. Triple team, no matter, but he missed it. Robinson's follow is good, and another hoop and harm for Camden.
15-point, and just the hustle. I have no doubt. Cornelius Robinson plays in the Tournament of Champions against Roselle Catholic. They beat them just like they did here to open the season on DeJuan Wagner Court. They would have did it again in Rutgers. They got killed on the offensive and defensive glass late in that game. The big fella definitely would have helped.
Robinson at the line. Couldn't convert. 61-18, more active hands. Watts has it. Underneath, the shot is short. Bradshaw off the miss of Helton, and the three from Medley kicks out. And now we're going to go end to end. Helton tried to take on Wagner, lost. Back comes Medley. Wagner in the corner going baseline. Medley wide open, can think about it, and missed it. Another outlet. Helton. And Medley stepped in front, but the foul was called.
So slick and smooth with the hands. Gets caught on that one. 2 open threes on the wing for Sion Medley. I'm surprised he missed those.
So now we have the countdown, apparently, right, to 2,000. Look at those numbers. You'll see them in a minute. That's Davis. Watts stops. Watts, no. Rebound. Wagner's ahead. Wagner skies. 63-18. Helton wide open, drains a three. He gets on the board. I tried to play a little give and go there, and Helton comes away with the other end, and that's going to be goaltending.
I do love the effort by Boog Robinson. Good job by Helton getting that steal. Quick 5 points for him, but not giving up on the play, as we see. Milt Wagner, 2,003 points, and that's second all-time in Camden, the second in the family. DJ's trying to catch grandpops. It's going to take a ways to catch dad.
Short. How about Bradshaw throwing it down off the offensive board?
His first basket of the game. He made it personal with the rim on that two-handed dunk.
I think we're going to be in garbage time awfully soon here, partner. That's Helton. We got 2 off the glass.
Quick 7 for Helton. He's explosive to the rim.
Medley off Winslow. And Sheer Haskins looked like he was watching television, laying down, waiting to check into the ball game. And he will. And not quite. More subs coming.
How many times under these basket inbound plays they leave an All-American, number 1 player in the country, wide open in that far side corner?
Haskins cutting is Robinson, but he couldn't get the throw down. Here's Watts. No chance on Robinson, so he kicked it out. Just the presence can alter shots like that.
Oh, my goodness.
How about Medley, but he was out of bounds. Good defense from Sion, though, on the baseline.
That's a good recovery. Sheer Haskins got caught out wide. There's nobody at the block. You got your smallest guy on the court. They list him at 6 feet. He goes up, skies up, and gets the block to protect the rim. That's how talented and how much effort this team plays with on defense.
You know, if you make him the player of the game, then I'm going to stand next to him and see if he's 6 feet or not.
Chris, I think he's got you.
Well,
I'm just be honest with you.
That girl in the second row's got me.
He's got the fresh KDs on. He might be about 6'1" right now.
Oh my goodness, Wagner in another gear, and he got whacked in the head. So that's the foul, and the basket counts.
See how he just switches gears, skips through the lane, takes it right on top of the twist.
Game-changer replay showing you arguably the best player in the country right now.
No, it's no doubt. It's no doubt. 2 things you can't argue with: the greatest receiver, greatest quarterback, greatest power forward, the best player in high school in America.
Let's go back a second. You want to renew that Brady-Montana argument?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's pretty much cemented after 6. I mean,
okay, so
28-3, you thought it was over.
Your benchmark then is Super Bowls, right?
And stats and every other record and longevity and it's hard to argue.
Long 3 from Hurst spins out. Eagles will keep it. I was in attendance when Mr. Montana threw not 1, not 2, but 4 fourth-quarter touchdowns against the Eagles at One Veterans Stadium. Those are the types of things that have lasting memories. And how many has he done of those as Hagans hits a fadeaway to give him 4 points. From the corner, 3 is no good from Haskins. A follow is good from Richmond.
Billy Richards got 13 of my game-changer stats. 13 offensive rebounds for the team of Camden.
Oh, look at Medley.
Great strip. Woo-woo, outlet.
Richmond lost it on the way up, but he was grabbed by Hurst. I mean, look, you have a different era.
Yeah, I agree.
You were younger. You were younger when there was no salary cap. And the NFC every year won everything. Everything. AFC didn't win a Super Bowl in a long time.
I feel bad for the Bills, but go ahead.
Exactly. It's a perfect example. Great offense, but, you know, you get shut down by stifling defenses and running attacks, which I think is going to happen Sunday, to be honest with you. But we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. 1 out of 2 for Richmond. 71-27. I don't think 100 is even in doubt tonight. How about you?
Yeah, the way Teron Murray in the second unit can fill it up and shoot 3 ball.
Watts missed. Haskins, he looked ahead. And instead he found Wagner, but Murray was open in the corner. Instead, Wagner weaves his way through, and with the left hand off the glass, has 2 more. And we wait for the official game changer total, and it is...
Got 49 away for DJ Wagner, and 26 for the game.
Next question is, how long will Malik Wayans keep him in the game?
As he try to get him another 50 points in the next quarter in 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, try to give it go. So Jingram goes to the bench for Winslow. So Camden now will wait, and we'll pull up that bracket soon. Saw it earlier, actually. Oh.
6 blocks for this year, Haskins.
Look how fast, and the left hand is just as good as the right hand. 28 for DJ.
Got 47 away.
Did he lose it? Nope, it was deflected. Higgins went up for it. And that goes down.
Man, Mr. Helton comes in, 9 points in the quarter, getting to the cup. If him and Hasir Davis could have put it together, they could have tried to keep this game a little bit closer in the first half. Oh, my goodness.
Don't touch him, folks. He's on fire.
Yeah, we're going to have to call Joel and the rest of the fire department to come over here and help.
31. Out of bounds. Ayumide Ogunzola is into the game for Winslow. We want to make sure we mention that. Number 21. And that was off him. And how about saving some clock? Look at this.
1,956 points in his career for DJ Wagner.
Haskins, no good. Richmond rebound. Rifle pass to Bradshaw. Whistle first, and we got a foul underneath. You see that pass? Coffee came right by. That was a fastball.
21. Gonzalo, first personal.
5 team fouls already for the Eagles. Oh, Wagner spills out. Floorboard. Helton. Pull up. Got it.
Hey. This kid's filling it up.
Minute to go. Haskins had it lost. Back comes Hilton on the turnover. Taking on Richmond. Off the glass, no sail. Wagner back, grimacing on his way to the basket and got snuffed.
Good block.
Here's Helton. Murray on him over Richmond.
Helton got 13 in the quarter. And a great block by Josiah Johnson, if I'm not mistaken.
Last half minute, whistle. Thought I heard a one before that. But Richmond is fouled and he'll go to the line.
21.
Got 31 points on the night for DJ Wagner in 3 quarters. 44 points away from 2,000 in his storied career.
Ogunzola with the personal. And one more for Richmond. This for point number 80, Coffee. No, but Murray got an offensive board.
Yeah, he gets to shoot that. He got the rebound. You get to pull it.
And he does. And it spilled out. Bradshaw, offensive board. Look at the muscle. Another one. And a foul.
15 offensive rebounds. You just can't give it up. You can't do it if you're playing a JV team, if you're playing the number 1 team in the state of New Jersey, top 10 in the country. 15 offensive rebounds will kill you in 3 quarters.
.82, 15 seconds to go. Still 82. Off the steal, and Haskins will find his way to the line. I say it every day, they're relentless.
Yeah, piranhas. The court and the jerseys, they may say Panthers, but it's the piranhas. They smell blood. They're going to be in your pockets. Every time you come to the lane, if you try to go up, you got shot blockers. You got guys with crazy bounce that can go up and challenge shots at the rim. Even Sion Medley, one of the shorter guys on the team, he can go up and block shots as well.
Here's the other problem now. The other problem is here comes 84. 1 out of 2 for Haskins. And Winslow now is in the penalty. They've committed 8 fouls in 1 quarter with 3 seconds to go. Baseline, it's a tough shot from Josiah Johnson. And from 3-quarter court, Bradshaw hit somebody in the first row. 83 for Camden, well on their way to the century mark, well on their way to a second-round victory. And we got 1 quarter to go here on BFA.
This ain't a game, I came with the game. Look how we run it. The hustle and pain is just not the same. I came from the gutter. Ayy, whole team limitless. Never settle, we above. Whole crowd showing love. Girls, we up. We on the up. Team going up. We run it up. We on the up. Up. We on the up. We on the up. Team going up. We run it up. Team going up.
Welcome back. 8 minutes to go tonight. Second round playoff matchup in the Camden County Basketball Tournament. And if you're just joining us, where you been? It was a 6 o'clock start. And Camden is up by 48. That was a Helton basket, correct, to start the 4th?
Yeah, he had 13 of their 15 points in the quarter.
3 short from Murray. It's a cutter and a foul. Louis Cosme into the game. Well, it's a wonder. We're waiting to see just when Malik Waynes is going to go and empty the bench.
Well, it looks like they're going to have Deshaun Haskins, kind of the big dog, on the floor, leading the way, him and Teron Murray. But Cosme can score, good footwork at the post. Ari Gooch is a underrated defender and athlete. We haven't talked about Jalen Hornsby, the football player. He's got some big-time offers. We're going to wait for the commitment, but I know schools like Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon have already offered him. He may go to Athens and play wide receiver, 2-time defensive national champion.
I saw you grab him.
I had to talk to him. He said, wait a minute.
No, he never.
Listen,
he didn't waver.
Athens.
He said Georgia.
So, hey, listen, I understand that Kirby Smart's got us rolling down there, and they may get a nice one out of Camden. I know Florida's got some nice
He
talent
said
from
Georgia.
That's the one school.
All right.
I'm hoping.
Johnson gets a basket. That 3 no good from Gooch. But Murray got an offensive board and a putback. And he's on the board.
Talking to the coach before the game from Winslow. He said, look, he sees Teron Murray. He knows his dad and grew up around him. He's like, man, this kid's gotten taller. I said, exactly, coach. That's what I said from last year.
Nice back door. And a follow is good. Davis. 14 for Hajir Davis tonight. Murray baseline sealed off. Good defense by Josiah Johnson. Haskins. You saw Jaheim Martin going over to the officials say, I thought that was a travel.
And
No,
that's the next step in Teron Murray's game. He gets that breakdown baseline. DJ Wagner turns the corner on that. He's got to get that shoulder a little bit lower, turn the corner, and then power up.
At what point is that international jump step that you call actually a travel? I mean, you have to determine.
You're the referee. Yeah, when does he pick the ball up?
Does he pick the ball before he steps up? Right. Hard to officiate.
Well, it's hard because it starts at the top on the ESPN TNT level. They let him get away
it
with so
does.
much. Guys don't know what's legal and what's not nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, is it like that at the baseball level to where you see how the majors call it and it trickles down?
A little ooh from the crowd as Hurst got on Gooch a little bit. Turnover. Back to Camden. 6:06 to go. 87 for the Panthers. Trying to pull up that bracket. I had it today. I'm going to see if I can find it again. That was Cosme. Hall driving. And got 2 whistles. So the officials are going to talk about it. What do you think, Coffey?
Second defensive play I've seen by Josiah Johnson. Just stepping in the right position. Got the block on DJ Wagner, and he forces the travel there, just being in position to try to take a charge, and he forces the travel. It's good coaching.
So they went with the walk instead of the contact. 5:50 to go. Long 3 rattles in for Hurst, and I found the bracket. Aren't you happy about that?
Of course. You can tell us who's up next for one of these teams.
It might be Paul the 6th on Saturday, February 11. In the bottom bracket, they beat Cherry Hill East. They are a 9 seed. That was an upset. Beat them by 17.
Pretty sure when you're looking at that bracket, you do not want to be on the 8-9 line,
Nope.
16, or even 4-5. You don't want to see this Panthers team to the final if you can avoid it.
So this is a second round matchup. Mohammed, nice dish, better block by Haskins.
This is the 7th block of the game for Deshaun Haskins. 7 points, 7 blocks, at least 5 rebounds. He can do it all.
Wait, what am I doing? Tonight is the 6th, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Look at Teron.
Look. It looked worse than it actually was. And the foul called on Marvin Brown. So here we go. As you look at the Gamechanger app, I'll tee it up. What's left in this tournament?
Yeah, he went for the ball. Teron brought the ball down low to try to power up for a tomahawk dunk. He swiped down low, got a hand on the wrist.
So there were games yesterday. By the way, Winslow is the 17th seed in this bracket. Number 9, Paul the 6th, upset Cherry Hill East 70-53.
All right.
Number 5, Sterling survived by 3 over Cherry Hill West. That just ended. It was a day game. Haddon Heights and Bishop Eustis are playing now. We don't have a score. Eastside and Paulsboro are playing now. Eastside is the 3 seed, by the way. Then you've got Haddonfield took out Gloucester. See that? 66-43. And Eastern out of Voorhees by 1 over Woodbury, 46-45. So a lot of action tonight. So we'll wait to get to the quarterfinal matchups. Yep. Off the miss, and Haskins the other way. Defense to offense, and yet another transition basket, and here comes another with an up and under from Murray.
Like Piranhas.
We're going to miss it, 93.
Oh, they're going for 100. Look at that. Look at that.
Suffocating defense between Cosme and Murray, skying for more. And a Camden timeout. Tonight's game is brought to you by Premier Orthopedic Associates with 8 convenient locations in South Jersey. Go from discovery to recovery just like that. Visit us online at poasnj.com. For Premier Orthopedics, a proud sponsor of high school basketball here on BFA. That is a happy bunch, and why not? Winslow came in here, very tall task indeed, but for the first time, I think you and I would agree, from start to finish, Camden was on all cylinders tonight.
Yeah, DJ Wagner comes out, hit 3 threes early on in the first quarter, and from that point on, it's been a blowout. 20 turnovers don't help, though.
Yeah, but I mean, he made his first 3, and you knew it was going to be a little different.
Yeah, when he came off that screen, pulled up at the elbow, had some distance to it, all net. I mean, he's been feeling it since that corner 3 in our last game. So looking up in the stands, here's the banners they got up. 2001, DeJuan Wagner, 3,462 points in his career.
Well, a loose ball by Agonzola picks it up and scores. How many did you say?
3,462.
Oh. Well, Wagner's got 3 more.
And he's 41 points away, so got to give him 1959.
Why don't I see 3,000? I see 2,000.
Yeah, DeJuan gets his own banner. He gets his own banner. There's a 1,000-point banner for girls, for boys, 2,000 points for both. And Mr. Wags in his class of his own. His state record.
Oh, the one I can't see that you can see.
Yeah, it's always in the back. He gets his own banner by himself. They named the court after him. You got to admit that. And to my knowledge, Chris, they have not lost on this court. Played the best teams in Jersey.
Yeah. You know, we're hoping that those big matchups, they come here a little bit. Why not, right? Wagner. The countdown is officially on. He's inside of 40, and that, my friends, is 101 for the Panthers.
1962. 1,962 points. Talking to Arthur Barkley, OG they call him.
Tell him, OG, it's not going to happen tonight.
I don't know. If he gets on his, he always wears the Kobe's. If he gets on a Kobe-type tear and they feed him the ball,
oh boy,
it could get ugly. Look at the effort. Look at the effort. You're up almost 60. You're McDonald's All-American. You're still fighting for every inch like you're down 6.
103. 2:15 to go.
One thing I love about DJ Wagner, his game, his talent, the pedigree, the family, that's all said. Just the poise he plays with and showing these guys an example. If you're going to be recruited at the high school level, this is the #1 player in the country. See how humble he is to come over and help his teammates up. How he's fighting for steals in a 50-point blowout game. Just the mannerisms that he goes by.
Cosme almost ripped off Hall's arm when he got him off the floor. Now, you like this kid.
Steve Hall plays hard. I've watched him play double duty in some games. He play with the JV team and then come up, play on the varsity, and the way that they get rolling and blowing people out, 60-point ball game here, he gets some quality minutes.
Another offensive board, under 2 minutes left. Three-pointer goes down.
Ari Gooch.
That's Gooch.
He gets the offensive rebound, 16th of the game. Only right that he gets the three-point shot.
And the ball had a bounce. Hurst tried to dribble with it too much. Lost it on the sideline with 1:49 left. Tonight's game was produced and directed by Ryan Schumacher.
Hey,
oh, that's amazing. It didn't go for Paul. Acrobatic to say the least. There's a no-look pass. Gonzola had a finish, and Gooch said nope. And the rejection with 1:32 left.
Gonzola went up first, and just the bounce by Gooch, just jumping up in the air, waiting on him, gets another block for Camden.
3 spills out for Hurst. Wagner looking for some more. Tough 3, no good.
Look at that.
Look at Gooch go up to get an offensive board.
Oh,
Wagner again in rhythm. Yes.
$2
What's he got?
He's got 40 tonight, and he's 35 away, 1,965 points, and that might be the curtain call for DJ Wagner. 40 points in the ball game. He's close to outscoring Winslow by himself. There's a reason why he's number 1 in the country.
With 1:10 to go. BFA's production staff on their way. We'll talk about that in a second as our camera tonight. Charles Hope, Hollywood John Tucker, and there's a look at where DJ Wagner is about to be minted on that wall.
1,965 points and 40 piece here tonight.
On that list, by the way, Greg Barr, 2,380. That looked like a travel, didn't it? Where was the football announcer in you? Yeah.
I like it. Johnson plays hard. That's a football player mentality right there.
Under a minute to go. Along with Charles, and
Look at that.
as Gooch ran into a wall and lost it. That's an up and under that doesn't go. Cosme, here's Murray. Showtime with a reverse.
He has something to prove on that one, Teron. I've been talking about Billy and his gravity-defying dunks. Teron Murray goes under the rim. We got to get that on the highlight reel.
Hollywood John Tucker, by the way, is a cameraman, and that is going to be his shot.
Oh, there you go again.
Hey, we got another one, and the crowd buzzing. Oh, my! He tried the little bounce. No, Cosme's going to follow.
Also by Cosme.
With 20 seconds. And look at the Camden bench. They thought they had it.
And that's everybody that's played has scored.
There's Hall stepping in the way of that, and then the foul on the end line. Or no, they're just going to say out of bounds. 7 seconds to go.
And listen, this is not running up the score. This is sportsmanship because these are the backup players, but they're just playing harder than your guys. You got to stop them. It's one thing to keep DJ Wagner in there at the end of the game, jacking up threes. He's fighting for a record, but right now, this game seems loaded.
68-point win for the Panthers. 114-46. Their highest point total of the season. Is there any doubt who the game-changer player of the game is?
DJ Wagner, 40 points tonight, 35 away from the 2,000 mark in his career. We're going to go grab him. We'll be right back.
This is Ron Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Ron Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
Hut, hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the premier difference.
Coffee Jones here back at Camden High School with our BFA Game Changer Player of the Game, DJ Wagner. 40 points tonight, the McDonald's All-American. You're 35 away from being, I got to joke with you, DJ, you're going to be number 3 in the family behind Grandpops. Just talk about your night. You filled it up. You're getting it going from 3. Just what has had your rhythm going after that MOTEP game and a big win?
It felt good, you know. I was confident in my shot today. And my teammates, they helped get the ball to me. They told me to keep shooting. So they definitely made me confident too. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to score as much as I did today. So it was all up to them.
But defensively, I've talked to every coaching staff that plays against you. They talk about your effort on defense. What is it about this coaching staff? Is it your dad? Just your willingness to play on both ends of the court that makes you just the number 1 player in the country?
That's just something our coach preached to us. You know, defense first. You know, defense win championships. So that's something we all take pride in as a team. So we just try to come out every game and play the best defense we can.
Now, see, you took that trip to Lexington. Just talk about Big Blue Nation. They embraced you as home. Just how was that seeing Rupp Arena for the first time?
It felt great. You know, they showed a lot of love, and it was a great atmosphere. It reminded me of here a lot. You know, it reminded me of Camden. So I'm definitely excited, and they showed a lot of love.
Well, congratulations. 40 points, our Game Changer Player of the Game, DJ Wagner. Big-time victory for Camden to start off the Camden County Tournament. We'll see you next time on BFA Sports. It's Coffee Jones for Chris Losey. Have a good night.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ball. Ready to party, we came and we started. I'm armed and I'm dangerous, I can't be guarded. Fell on a plane, fell on you plane, I cannot be caught it. Just aim for the target, bow, 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 bow. Ready to party, we came and we started. I'm armed and I'm dangerous, I can't be guarded.